I'm Sarah, and I thought I knew what heartbreak felt like. I always believed that losing a job, a dream, or even a relationship could break me. But nothing prepared me for the moment when I discovered my best friend, Nina, had been lying to my face for years. To understand how I got to that heart-stopping moment, let me take you back to the day everything changed. It was a dreary Friday evening in early December, the kind of day that settles over you like a weight, heavy and damp. I was at my favorite coffee shop, Rosie's, seated at our usual corner table with steaming mugs of chai tea in front of us. Nina looked stunning as always, her dark curls cascading around her shoulders like a beautiful waterfall. But there was something in her eyes, a flicker of uncertainty that I desperately tried to ignore. "Sarah," she said, her voice suddenly shaky, "can we talk about something serious?" I set my cup down, the warmth of the ceramic grounding me. "Of course, what's bothering you?" I smiled, trying to ease her tension. I've been keeping something from you," she said, her brow furrowing as she nervously twisted a ring around her finger. "And I don't know how to say it." My heart raced. I knew Nina had recently gone through some rough patches. Her on-and-off relationship with her boyfriend Ben had been a roller coaster. But I had no idea what she was about to unleash. The truth came spilling out in fragments, his name slipping through her lips like a whisper that revealed a storm. "It's about Ben. I can't carry this burden anymore." I felt my breath hitch as she recounted the details I never saw coming, how Ben had been cheating on her, on multiple occasions and with multiple people. The betrayal was as shocking as a slap to the face, but the bigger domino fell when she confessed that she had known for months. I couldn't move. How could she let that lie live between us? The emotions swirling inside me morphed from shock to confusion, but a part of me clung desperately to her words. "Wait, why would you keep this from me? I was here for you through everything, even with Ben." I felt the anger build within me like a tidal wave. "I was scared of losing you too, and—" She hesitated, her eyes darting away. "What if you were angry with me for not leaving him sooner? I thought it would hurt less if I didn't tell you, if you didn't know." The betrayal cut deeper than I thought possible. I had always been her confidant, her rock. Instead, I felt like I was the one tricked and abandoned. How could someone I trusted let me into her life, but keep this hidden pain at arm's length? My mind raced back to the past year, replaying moments that felt innocent but now seemed tainted. Late-night texts, secretive phone calls, and the strange way she always evaded specifics whenever I asked about her relationship. The revelation of the betrayal cracked something wide open between us, and my gut twisted at the thought that she'd support Ben's lies even as she poured her heart out to me. "Sarah, please." "Forgive me," Nina pleaded, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. But the anger that had surged within me was mingled with pain, and all I could do was push my chair away from the table. "I need some air." I stood up abruptly, needing the distance, needing the space to breathe. I stepped outside, the cold air hitting me like a sharp slap, forcing hot tears to the surface. How could Nina betray me like this? How could she so flippantly dismiss our friendship for a man who proved unworthy of her love? Days turned into weeks, and though I wanted to confront her, I felt the distance between us felt like an emotional chasm I couldn't cross. My mind whirled with thoughts of friendship, loyalty, and trust. I knew I could continue to support her if she opened up, but how could I overlook her betrayal? One evening, while scrolling through social media, I stumbled upon a post, a picture of Nina and Ben at a holiday party. They looked so carefree, so blissfully unaware of the fabric of lies overshadowing their love. I could hardly control my emotions. I grabbed my phone and typed out a scathing message. But just before I hit send, my finger hovered, my heart racing. In the deep recesses of my mind, I suddenly remembered a promise we made to each other when we were young, to face our fears and uncertainties together. Despite the heartbreak, the tears, and the growing distance, I realized I still cared enough to help Nina find her way, not through judgment, but through support. I paused, erased my fiery message, and instead I typed, "We need to talk." Nina's reply was swift, filled with the kind of desperation that told me she was ready to meet again. I suggested we meet at Rosie's, our sanctuary. This time, I hoped we could rebuild what had been lost. When I sat across from her, the air felt thick with tension, but I took a deep breath. "I want you to know that I'm here for you, but I need to understand why you kept this from me." Nina's eyes softened with regret. "I was afraid to lose you and afraid to face the truth myself. I thought if I didn't speak it out loud, it wouldn't hurt so much. But I was wrong. It hurt me more than I could bear." Her voice trembled. "You deserved better." Her honesty melted something inside me, layers of pain, anger, and resentment began to peel away. "We all make mistakes, Nina. Just promise me that in the future we'll face the hard truths together, no matter how difficult they are," I said, my voice steady. A fragile smile blossomed on her face. "I promise." We talked for hours that night, sharing dreams, regrets, and fears as laughter punctuated our deep conversations. It felt like a weight had lifted from my chest. In that moment, we began to stitch the rips in our friendship back together, slowly crafting something stronger than before, built on trust, honesty, and mutual healing. The following months unfolded with a newfound determination. Nina broke up with Ben after finally realizing she deserved better. We began to plan weekend adventures and take spontaneous trips to reclaim the joy we had lost in our friendship. Each experience pulled us tighter together, reminding us that facing fears head-on could serve as a catalyst for change. One day, while hiking through a beautiful forest trail, Nina turned to me, her face glowing with gratitude. "You risked everything, Sarah. Thank you for not giving up on me," she said. The sun was setting on the horizon, casting an amber glow around us. I smiled, feeling hope swelling inside me, a warmth I hadn't felt in a long time. "Just remember, no more secrets. We're in this together." Months later, the wounds had healed deeper than I'd anticipated, transforming the hurt into growth. I found solace in the fact that I had let go of resentment, and in its place, there was peace. My newfound strength became a testament to the resilience of our friendship. One weekend, we decided to throw a small gathering to celebrate our journey. Surrounded by close friends, laughter echoed through the room as Nina and I shared our favorite memories, reminiscing about the dark moments turned into light. As the night winded down, I reminded everyone how important it is to nurture trust and connection, even when facing heartache and betrayal. Every relationship faced challenges, but confronting them head-on with honesty often opened new doors. The following morning, with sunlight streaming through my window, I paused to reflect on all the changes. I realized that beyond the pain from betrayal, a beautiful friendship had been reborn, one that was stronger, wiser, and more accepting than ever before. In retrospect, it was hard to believe how far we had come since that fateful day at Rosie's. Nina and I now breathed life into a friendship grounded in authenticity, each willing to uncover the truth even when it was painful. In the end, facing the shadows together had allowed us to find our way back to the light. As I looked at my reflection in the mirror, I felt an undeniable sense of gratitude wash over me. Sometimes, it takes a moment of truth to ignite a journey filled with love and redemption. And with that thought, I stepped forward, ready to embrace whatever came next.